talking about your 2 goals. Talk to me about that Trent Alexander-Arnold ball into you, because it must be a dream getting onto the end of balls like that.
Yeah, I think everybody knows his quality. He showed it a lot as well this season. I think at Tottenham he also had a great ball for Lucho, a similar goal, I think. So yeah, he took a touch and I was eager to be on time in the box, and great ball, good finish, and good goal.
This time last season, Liverpool were pushing, you were good, but this time you just look so comfortable this season. What's different? What's changed?
Obviously we grow as a team. 1 year more together, know how we play together. Obviously different manager as well, slightly different style of play. More possession based, and I think everybody is in a good form, but we have to keep going.
And they do keep going, and we'll come to his form in a moment. But from the moment they took the lead after 11 minutes, this was a very comfortable day for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few heart-stopping moments in recent weeks with Liverpool fans. Of course, Núñez had to rescue them last week away at Brentford, but there was none such of that today, Steve. It was quite comfortable from the start. We highlighted at half-time, Ipswich could have potentially stopped that at source, maybe cut the ball out from Konate into Szoboszlai. Maybe Calvin Phillips was in the wrong position, and then once they scored that goal early, it was basically all over. Liverpool put the game to bed quite quickly, and it was a comfortable day's work.
Yep, and Mo Salah, as you would expect, Shaun, getting in on the act, 100 Premier League goals at Anfield.
Yeah, and you could see he was searching for it from quite a while back in the game, but the first touch and the cleverness and the quality to hit the roof of the net, for me, it was a fantastic finish.
Yeah, it's on his weak foot, isn't it? His right foot. He's got to take his touch almost back in field, almost back towards the defender. So it had to be so tight, such a tight touch. Brings it back onto his good foot, onto his left foot. The only possible angle was to go high as it's bouncing like that. Not easy to control, but he made it look so easy. That was a really good finish.
And we just heard from him, Claude. I mean, Cody Gakpo is in some form. 9 in 9 at Anfield. Another 2 goals for him today.
It's unbelievable. We see the delivery, the first, and the second one. Liverpool play sure, like easy. They are strong. The way they play, they are together, pressing. You see, they know they will go forget this title. I'm sure they have confidence. You see the players smiling, play together. It's like teammates. Remember the way we play with Chelsea. We always be like this. The pressing, you see the pressing is like high all the time. They know leave the team adverse play football simple. It's like attack defense.
What about this delivery?
It must be a dream for strikers, no? Like, as soon as he gets it at his feet, you just know the ball's coming in.
I mean, there's no one like him, is there? No one like, certainly in his position in the world. I mean, yeah, he's a special talent, all right. And Ipswich get their consolation goal for Greaves at the end. Nice header, set piece. Don't think Arne Slot will be too pleased. I mean, you get a little bit proud and protective of a goal, of a clean sheet. So a bit frustrating there, but in the main, it was a comfortable result for them. And as I say, it was that ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold at the end was just exquisite.
Yeah, difficult game, difficult position to be in at half time, but also a frustrating position because, you know, in some aspects similar to last week, in terms of there were some positives in the first half. It didn't feel like we were under huge pressure. We started the game well, and you know, from very, very little, from not a huge amount of pressure, we find ourselves behind in the game, and then a few goals behind in the game where, you know, Liverpool executed well and we didn't defend our box well enough. So we find ourselves in a really difficult position in the game, especially after last week, a really difficult game management scenario, and I think we can take a lot of positives from the second half. Firstly, in terms of the early stages of the second half, everybody stuck together. We learned some lessons from last week. We stayed on organisation. We managed the game pretty well. We still showed some good passages and moves with the ball as well. And then we finished the game really strong. The subs come on, have a good impact. We get a goal back. Could have had another goal, and you know, the fans got some reward in terms of a goal in front of them. So, look, it's a difficult game on top of a difficult game last week. It's, you know, we've made some mistakes in there that we can learn from. There's reasons for that as well. but I feel like it's one that if we take the lessons in the right way and now we get to work hard on it, that we can be stronger for. And I think finishing the game in the manner that we did at the end of 2 difficult games, I think is a big positive and a good sign for us. Yeah, not good. So we got our fingers crossed, but he's very swollen. He's on crutches and he'll be going for a scan. So yeah, we'll hope that it's not as bad as it might look, but it looks like a serious one.
Lee Davis subbed at half time.
Sick. Yeah, he was sick this week. Felt better yesterday and wanted to have a go at it, but he felt sick during the game. Was sick at half time.
I was going to ask you about Julio's impact when he come on debut. Crashed into someone straight away, assist with the goal, whipping up the away end. Are you pleased with that?
Yeah, he had a positive impact, as did Connor Townsend. To be fair, at half time, coming into that scenario it's a hell of an opponent to come in when you've played maybe 3 minutes this season in the league or something. And Julio and Nathan and George Hurst all had a really positive impact when they came on, to be fair, and give us fresh energy and different qualities. And George could have scored from the header from Connor's cross, and then a great delivery from Julio and some good moments for Nathan. So that's what we said we're going to need. We needed to add more quality and depth, to the squad and to the forward positions. I think Jayden showed some real good qualities today, and Julio shows them off the bench. And I think we're going to be stronger in that position, in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been an important figure around the club in the last couple of seasons. Played his part certainly in both promotions, and a well-liked character in the dressing room and around the community. So he goes certainly with our best wishes to a good club, and we hope he it goes well for him, and he'll always be welcome.
Kieran, another tough afternoon for you travelling support, but they're certainly showing that they're backing you all the way this season.
Yeah, they were fantastic. It certainly means a lot, and yeah, I thought they were incredible. They appreciate the challenge, they appreciate the size of the jump and the amount of change that there's been and the challenges that brings. But I thought they were incredible, and delighted that we were able to give them a goal at the end, and we want to reward their support in the weeks and months ahead by hopefully giving them some good days. So we're going to work really, really hard to do that.
Just clarify what happened to Wes. You went in for a challenge with Gakpo. Did he get caught, or what happened?
I'm not exactly sure what, but yeah, it's something with his knee. It wasn't an impact, it was a movement, and yeah, it's very swollen and sore at the moment.
Arne, it looked a very comfortable afternoon work for you. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, that's mostly because we scored an early goal. It's been a few times now that we played a home game that we conceded a goal in the start of the game. But I think today is the way you want to start the game. We were aggressive, dominant. For 85 minutes, they hardly have been on our half, I think. It is a counter-attack threat with the wingers they have and with Dilap. But we managed to control that so well because of the amount of work we've put in. Yeah, then in the end, of course, we're all a bit disappointed with conceding a corner, the first one this season. But for 85 minutes, it was almost the perfect performance against a team that goes to such a low block. That's not always easy then, but the way we did it for 85 minutes was really good.
There was a moment just before the goal where Mo in the pass lost it. It seems from about 25 yards to get the ball back 37 later you get the ball.
Yeah.
And the manager, that was just brilliant touching it.
Yeah. It's also nice that you come up with it, because mostly it's about Mo, it's about his contract, or it's about his goals, and now it's about his defensive work rate. So no, I think that stood out because it was a moment which we could all see. But I think if you look at almost all the times we've lost the ball, I saw a reaction of many players like that, and that is what I mean with playing against a team with fast wingers, with a good number 9 that goes to such a low block. It's so difficult to control the counter-attack, and the only way to do so is what Mo did in this moment, and all the other players did in different moments. And yeah, that's why I was pleased with our performance today.
Hi, Arne. I just want to ask you about Dominic Soboslai line. At the start of the season, he was only having 1-2 shots per game. In the last 3 or 4 games, he's been having 5, 6, 7 shots per game. Is that something you said? Have you literally said to him, take more shots?
I think that's the development the team is in, because when we played Brentford, we had 37 shots, a record in the Premier League for an away team. So and then because he's involved in that team, he will probably take a few shots then as well. So it is us, the players behind the ball, bringing our attacking players even more in promising positions than we did in the beginning of the season. Then if you zoom in on Dom, I think in the beginning of the season he would have played that ball to Mo, which was for most of the time a very good choice, because Mo can definitely score a goal as well. And now he decided to go for himself and scored the goal himself. So yeah, nice for him, because he's, in my opinion, is a bit underestimated. Not by me, but he doesn't always get the credits for the fact that he's very important for this team, because his work rate is unbelievable. He just keeps on running with the highest intensity, and that is so important for a team that wants to compete for something.
Arne, 300 appearances for Liverpool for Virgil van Dijk today, obviously enormous quality on the ball, but you see him today just constantly talking, giving instructions to people. How important is that to have a leader like that on the pitch, as well as everything that he brings on board?
Yeah, if I have to make a list what Virgil brings to this team, then we can just go to the next press conference on Tuesday evening against PSV, because he brings so many positives to this team. Bringing the ball out from the back, defending, his composure. Is composure the right word? He's definitely a leader. As a manager, I haven't worked with a lot of players that can say that they are a leader, but Virgil is definitely a leader. He's always, not only on the pitch, but also on the training ground. The moment we start the training, he's the loudest one and always leads by example. So, yeah, he's having a fantastic season, but I think he's already having 7, 8 fantastic seasons over here.
Joe?
Endo seemed to get a painful one in the chest, and then I think got caught in the face as well. I mean, were you concerned at that stage when you saw it?
Yeah. When the foul was made, I was like, ooh, that doesn't look good, and the reactions from the players that were around him showed me that I was like, ooh, let's wait and see. But after the game, what is immediately during the game already, he shakes his head 1 or 2 times and just goes again. His mentality is unbelievable, and he was fine. So it was only a yellow, so I assume that the fear I had was not realistic, because yeah, it was only a yellow.
Or the score was 3 or 4-0, so the referee decided not to give a red card because it was a close game.
I don't know. In general, I don't think referees act like that, because if they do so, they hear it from probably the people above them. You have to do what is necessary. So I assume that it was a yellow. I haven't seen it back, but I assume it was a yellow.
Matt?
Arne, there's something about what you said yesterday that your father was a fan. Does that mean he was a Liverpool fan before you arrived at Liverpool, and do you think he would have been more entertained today?
What I meant and what I said was that after the Lille game, he said for Liverpool standards, and maybe even for the standards where my teams play, he found it not as exciting as all the ones before, because I think 3 days before we had 37 shots in an away game at Brentford. So I think we've set the bar or the standards quite high, even for my father. For him to say maybe the Lille game wasn't as exciting as all the other games I've seen from Liverpool and from my former clubs, it would be a bit simple or cheap to say that he was the biggest fan of Liverpool before I arrived here, because that's simply not true. He was the biggest fan of Feyenoord because I worked there, and at the moment he's one of the biggest fans of Liverpool because I work here.